Hi, this is James. Welcome back to the channel. So glad you are here. Oh, wow. I'm amazed at some of the keyboard warriors that exist on YouTube. If I pause for a second, a lot of times it's because I'm trying to censor myself. I'm trying to be respectful of people, even those that I disagree with. I'm committed 100% to speaking the truth in love. So if I stop and pause, it's probably because I'm censoring myself. It's probably because I'm trying to craft what I'm saying in a way so that I'm not disrespectful to others. Now, I'm going to mention one more person relating to what I talked about yesterday, and that's here. Let me slide over. Joel Osteen. You see, I think the problem with Joel Osteen is he's trying to be too much like his dad. Of course, the other problem is, I think with the exception of Kenneth Copeland, everybody else on the list that I mentioned yesterday, Benny Hinn, Robert Morris, Mike Bickle, I don't think any of them went to seminary. I could be wrong. That lack of seminary training hurts them because they're not getting not just the book knowledge, but the wisdom that comes from listening to people who are at seminary. Now, some people like to joke and call it a cemetery. Even those professors that I disagreed with had wisdom and knowledge and experience to learn from. One of the most liberal professors I've ever met was a gentleman in Chicago who he was and still is a Christian Universalist. But he had been in ministry for over 40 years and he taught for 10 years. And then I met him. And he told me, he said, there's two ways you're going to get in trouble as a minister, and that's adultery and plagiarism. And looking at this list that I have in front of me, the people I talked about yesterday and then the people I talked about today, you can't, his words ring true. Sorry about that. I shook the camera a little. His words ring true to this day. You know, Benny Hinn apparently, allegedly, had an inappropriate relationship with Paula White. Obviously, Robert Morris did something very heinous. And same with Mike Bickle. So, those words that I was told in 2007 still ring true today. Now, the other thing I want to talk about in this video, it's a two-parter. Dr. James R. White, he is my namesake. Obviously, if you say James White, most people know him. They don't know who I am, at least not yet. I'm hoping that one day I can have a bigger platform so I can deal with clergy abuse on a larger scale. But Dr. White is a Calvinist. I don't agree with his some of his theology, but he has had over 170 organized debates. He has debated Muslims, he's debated Mormons, he's debated Jehovah's Witnesses, he's debated I feel like the guy in Bruce Almighty. No, there's not somebody in the corner messing with me. Yeah. He's debated devout Roman Catholics. Dr. White has traveled the world to teach. I know he's taught seminary classes in Africa and in Europe. And for some reason, there seems to be some people out there that want to attack him on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Here's one. It's pretty sad. Let's put up 1 Timothy 5. Let's see what the Bible has to say about how we should address people who are older than us. It says, "Do not speak harshly to an older man, but speak to him as to a father, to younger men as brothers, to older women as mothers, to younger women as sisters, with absolute purity." Well, obviously, Mike Bickle and Robert Morris got that one wrong. But when it comes to people like Dr. White, I'm going to speak respectfully of him, even if I disagree with something he says. That goes for Kenneth Copeland. That goes for Benny Hinn. It goes for anybody that was on that list that I talked about yesterday. They may be a false teacher. They may be teaching things that I am flat out against. But they're still older than I am. I'm going to speak the truth in love. I'm going to be respectful of them. And the person who said, "spit it out," in my comments yesterday, obviously, you're not being respectful of me. You see, we not only need to change the culture in America when it comes to clergy abuse. There shouldn't be any, period. None. Go back to what I said earlier a couple weeks ago. Actually, I said it yesterday. The shepherds don't sleep with the sheep. Period. Doesn't happen. Should never happen. I want to be crystal clear about that. But one of the other things we need to change when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to social media, we need to be more respectful of one another. Look, Justin Peters is a diehard 5-point Calvinist. But I still respect the man because he does not let his disability get in his way of fulfilling the calling that God has put on his life. He's a good dude. We're just going to have to agree to disagree when it comes to predestination. But here's the bottom line. Jesus said in John 13, when he was in the upper room, he said, "They will know that you are my disciples if you love one another." And I would encourage everybody that actually watches this video, the fact that you've watched it all the way through, I want to say thank you. We need to love one another. We need to pray for the church. We need to pray for our leaders, that God will give them strength and God will give them wisdom, and they won't put themselves in compromising positions, because when you compromise and you don't have boundaries, then you fall into sin, and then we end up with scandals, and that's not what we want. You know, Robert Morris didn't just wake up and magically a young lady appeared in his bed. He manipulated her. Anyway, if you are new, please hit like and subscribe. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you especially to the new people that have joined recently. This channel has blossomed, and I can't thank you enough. So I will see you tomorrow, and have a great day.